Hey everyone, it's Susie here. Happy New Year! It's 2025 and we are back on the channel. I hope you had an amazing Christmas and a really happy start to the year as well. And I'm wishing you lots of love, happiness and moments to thrive in 2025. But as you can tell by the title of this video, I'm just going to show you over the next couple of days how I'm gradually getting back into things, aligning with some healthy habits, and also as well just getting my life together slowly and gradually to start off the new year in a positive way. And yeah, just get back on track and get my life together. So if you feel like you need a little bit of that in your life as well and you're trying to get back on track right now for the start of the new year, then I dedicate this video to you. So without further ado, let's get into this video. So firstly, to get my life together, I'm going to re-establish my morning routine because let me tell you, over December and Christmas, there's been no routine whatsoever. Feels so nice to read again in the morning, and over 2025 one of my goals is to read 25 books for the year of 2025. If you've got any book recommendations, please let me know. But right now I'm reading Manifest. I've actually had that book sat on my Kindle for the longest time and for whatever reason haven't started to read it, so that book found me this morning. I thought let's go ahead and start that for the start of 2025. And now it's time for breakfast and I'm making my favourite protein porridge bowl. This brings me on to the second thing that I'm really trying to work hard on in 2025, and that is to be really mindful of the foods that I'm eating. I want to try and eat more whole foods, up my protein intake. I just know by eating more whole foods, I'm going to feel so much more energized. I notice so much that when I eat sugar or refined foods, I feel sluggish. I just know that if I'm fueling my body with whole foods and eating nutritiously, that's gonna make me feel energized and I'll be able to show up as my best self. When I felt in my peak physical condition, it's massively due to what I was eating as well as what I was doing working out wise. Don't get me wrong, I was lifting weights and I was running a lot last year, but when I felt really good is the time where I was really focusing on my nutrition as well. So 2025, I need a lot more of that and I need to be super consistent with it because I know that I feel my best when I live my life like that. And of course there's going to be room for balance as well. I definitely live in the realms of the 80-20 rule where 80% of the time I'm eating those whole foods, and there's definitely going to be time for a treat and some chocolatey surprises along the way. This porridge bowl is life. It's so good and it never gets old. I feel like that's another hack to eating healthy. If you just find the foods that you just love and enjoy and they're healthy, it's a win-win. It doesn't even feel like any effort because you're genuinely looking forward to the meals that you create and make.
I'm sorry that I've blamed you for things you can't control. I've been in a daze. I left my heart out to you so you could see me through, though you still deserve best.
So it is midday and normally I take my dog for another little walk, a lunchtime moment, just to, you know, get out and have some fresh air. But I have to admit, over December, that went out of the window, massively due to the weather. It is absolutely freezing. Where did that snow even come from? So whilst Barney, my dog, is curled up in a little donut on the sofa, nice and warm, I've come into the garage to get some steps in, which leads me on to my next goal for 2025. I really want to make a conscious effort to get more daily movement in. I've spent so long sat at my desk in the last few months that I'm becoming really conscious that I'm spending long periods of time sat down. So whether that be a walk outdoors or on the treadmill watching some YouTube, I just need to get moving during the day a lot more just to break up that time sat at my desk.
When I finally stopped over Christmas, I had time to reflect that actually I thought December was a crazy month and that's why I was burnt out. But actually looking back, I hadn't stopped since June last year, going 1,000 miles an hour, working a lot. It's been one thing after the other. For example, in the summertime, I was marathon training, but there was also a lot of work things going on as well. In September, relaunch projects going on. And then October, I ran the marathon. November, there was another huge work project that took over my life. And in December, when things finally calmed down, I decided to fill my time by doing Vlogmas on YouTube. No regrets. I blooming love doing Vlogmas and I had a blast, but obviously it took a lot of my time and I spent a lot of time in front of the computer editing. So when I finally stopped over Christmas time, which by the way, it took me a few days to just get my head to just slow down. It was really hard to switch off over Christmas because I think I'd been in autopilot for so long where my brain was in a gear that it was like high functioning. It's like I'd been in autopilot and I couldn't switch it off because it had been stuck there for so long. So when I did have that time to just reflect and just calm down a little bit, I realised that I'd just been working constantly. I achieved so much last year and I'm so grateful, and a lot of that came from the fact that I worked so hard last year. I really put a lot of energy into my goals, things I wanted to achieve, the opportunities that were handed to me. I went 1,000 miles an hour at, I gave it everything I got. But at the same time, that came at a cost now when I think about it. Because whilst I do live this productive lifestyle, I'm going to be real and honest with you that I lack a lot of balance in my life. I find it really hard to switch off. I hope now that this backstory is making sense to how we got here, because in 2025, one of my big goals is just achieving more balance, and especially for my headspace as well. I need to have times in my week, during my day, where my brain just rests, and I think that's so healthy. The basis of this getting my life together is about implementing healthy habits that are going to give me more balance in my life, and also as well serve me in a way that is practicing a way of looking after myself. And I know, for example, that when I take time to read during my day, that is 30 minutes of my brain not thinking about anything else but reading, and getting daily movement in every day. That's going to be really important because I've been spending so much time at my desk. I haven't been moving during the day, apart from if I'm working out or if I'm teaching dance class. And I know by making these changes, it's going to have a huge impact on not only my health, but also my mental health as well. It's going to help me become a happier person. It's going to make me better at work. It's going to make me feel more energized, creating these positive habits and positive ways of looking after myself. By the way, the irony that after I filmed this clip, I was doing the seminar, and look at that quote: more success does not have to equal more stress.
I've been winning like I found the perfect cheat code. Social distance, shawty, don't get close to people. Had a lot of problems, but I couldn't keep them. I've been on a so big to wipe out lethal. Switch it up, ayy. Take it slow, bring it back, let them know, bring it down, to the flow, pick it up, let it go, baby, back on the grind, don't shake my shine.
It is the next day, and I feel like what I'm about to say is the creme de la creme of getting my life together. And my last healthy habit that I'm implementing in 2025 is using ical as my secret weapon. It's really changing the game because I am someone who is self-employed, I work for myself, and every day is different, which means that I have no structure. There is nobody telling me, today you're doing this and tomorrow you're doing this, and I have set tasks each day to carry out. The only person that can put in structure into my day is me. And I was listening to something yesterday. I feel like the universe is really listening to us when I'm making this video, but I heard something that said rhythm, not reaction. 2024 last year, I was reacting all the time. I was putting out fires left, right and centre when chaos occurred. I was just turning up every day sometimes and just doing what needed to be done, rather than having rhythms and routines and structure that enabled me to be more productive and work towards goals in a really efficient way. So this year in 2025, I'm using ical to create more of these rhythms and really be specific about blocking out what I'm doing in every part of the day. And yes, sure, I have always used ical, but never in the most specific way that I'm going to be using it in 2025. Inputting specific work blocks with specific tasks and really narrowing down on moving the needle towards tasks and goals and overall projects that I want to achieve. I have calendars for every area of my life as well, which makes it super color coordinated and very visually aesthetic to look at. So those are my 5 daily habits that I'm implementing for a healthy 2025 and one that I can thrive in. And I really hope you've enjoyed watching today's video. And I know some of these things seem very simple, but they're the things that I really want to work and focus on to bring more balance into my life for 2025. I have some bigger aspirations for this year though, and here on the channel as well. I'm super excited to make more content on YouTube, and I really appreciate you being here for the start of the ride in 2025. So thank you so much for watching. Of course, please let me know what you're working on this year as well. I would absolutely love to know that. And again, if you have any big goals that you've got on the cards for 2025, or maybe some simple ones, what are your daily habits that you want to implement this year? Of course, if you've enjoyed watching this video and you want to stick around for more content just like this, you know what to do. Go ahead, press that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video.